children. I hope everyone are good at home. Today we will start with the lesson number 7, that is water. Water is the very essential component of life. It means that we can't able to survive without water. All of a sudden, all the water from the earth is vanished. We are not able to survive. It may be plants, it may be animals, it may be human beings. Why? Because our daily life starts with the water only. We will drink the water, we use the water to clean ourselves, we use the water to clean our clothes, we use the water to clean our vessels, we use the water to grow the crops, we use the water to prepare the food. Without eating food also we are not able to survive. And the crops cannot be grown without the water. It is the basic need of all. Our earth having 71% of the water. It means that 71% of the earth is covered with the water. We are having a lot of water in the earth. Now here we are having some questions, that is, where you can find more water on the earth? We can find more water on the earth in the oceans, lakes and also the rivers. What is the consumable quantity of the fresh water? The consumable quantity of the fresh water is 0.5%. It means that 0.5% of the earth water is able to drink. That is 2.5 to 2.75% of the water is pure and we can able to drink. What are the sources of fresh water? Fresh water we get from rivers, lakes, reservoirs, creeks, storms. These are the sources of the fresh water. Now, right here, the sources of the water that you know. That means that the source, we see a water in the lake, rivers, groundwater. Groundwater you may be seen while you are building a house. If we dig the land, we get the water. Rainwater, surface water. Surface water means if we dig the land, we see that the soil is moist. Moist means it contains water. It shows that the surface of the land also contains water. We see when the snow melts in the polar region area. Polar region area means where the water content is so much. Means snowy area, and if the snow melt, the water content will be so much. And also the salt water in the oceans. The salt water is contained in the oceans only. With the help of the oceans we create salts. Now, we have seen some sources of the water on the earth. From this we have seen that rainwater is the main source of the water on the earth due to the water cycle. What is this water cycle means? From the sun absorbs the water from the lakes and the water vapor from the surface of the earth reaches the sky and they form the clouds, and from that clouds only we get the rain. So rain is the main source of the land, because from the rainwater only we are able to prepare the crops. Now we see about the different type of sources of the waters. Here we have oceans. Oceans are the biggest source on the Biggest source of water on the earth? Yes, ocean, because the earth is covered with 75% of the water only. Look at the globe. Blue water indicates the portion of the water on the earth, and this green and yellow part of the globe indicates the land of the earth. It means this much of the portion of our earth is covered with the water. It is an imaginary ball that have been created to know about the earth. Rivers. Rain is the main source of the river water also. Melted snow from the mountains reaches the river during summer. It means the summer season is nothing but the humid season. And also from when the snow melt, means in the snowy area. When the snow melt in the summer season due to the hot sun, the water flows to all the rivers in the definite route and finally reaches the oceans. This type of the routes are created for the melting snow, and it will start reaching this, then it reaches to the oceans. Then we will see about the important oceans. Which are the important oceans you have seen in Karnataka? Some important rivers of Karnataka are Tungabhadra river, Yamuna, Kaveri, Bhadravati. We have Tungabhadra dam also in our area. So these are the important rivers of Karnataka. Now, what is this spring? Water that is stored during the earth crust and comes out due to the pressure through an opening is called as the spring. It means that, as I have said, the groundwater means the land inside the land there will be the water, and due to the heavy rains the pressure of the water increases. After the pressure increases, it will form a spring. It means that inside the groundwater will come out upon the surface of the land. That is called as the spring. Well, underground water obtained by digging the earth crust to a certain depth is called as the well. It means that the underground will be having the water content. If we dig the land, we get the water. We create wells to store that water, that is the purified water. So these are called as the well. Nowadays we are using the bore wells. We dig the land, that is we get the salty water from the bore wells. We create this type of the metals to obtain the water. If we start pushing this, we get the water. We have two types of wells, that is natural wells. Natural wells means we dig the land and we get the purified water. We dig it naturally. But nowadays we are using artificial, that is we are using machines to dig the land and get the water. They are called as the artificial wells. Ponds, an artificial man-made low-level portion of the land to store water is called as the ponds. It means that higher area, when the water is, as I said, snow will melt and it will start flowing. It may flow in different type of the area. What we should do, we will create from one pond. We will dig the land and we will create a pond to store that water. Such type of a things is called as the ponds. They are the artificial, that is they are the man-made. Reservoirs. Reservoirs are the dams that we have constructed. For example, TB Dam, that is Tungabhadra Dam we have, and also the Almatti dams in Mysore. Here they have given some activity. These are the pictures of the ponds and rivers. We should recognize which are the ponds and which are the rivers. You can see it easily. These three are the reservoirs, means these three are the dams that have constructed, and these three are the ponds. that were constructed. And we use the ponds for the land cropping. Means this water is useful for the land, that for the cultivation purpose. We use dam for that purpose also. We use for cultivation also. But we use for the picnic spot also. We created them as a picnic spot. We visit there in the holidays. Okay. Then I will start with the next part of the lesson in the next class.